Today, we're going to talk with Dr. Kevin Yanzhongju a little bit more about the He2 river map. This is the second in a series of 3 talks on the He2. So Kevin, last time we talked, you kind of mentioned and explained the number theory in the He2. And you mentioned that the number theory has yin-yang and 5 elements in it. Today I want to ask you how we can see the 5 elements in the He2 river map.
Right. Actually, we know the 5 elements when you learned from the school. Also, in my school, when I studied the 5 elements, we know 5 elements actually this one, this shape, right?
That's the one I'm used to seeing in all my textbooks.
In the textbook, usually like that.
Yeah.
But last time we talked about the 5 elements is this way. From the shape, you can see actually this 2-way is different. This one is come from 5 direction. 5 direction is east, west, north, south, middle. These 5 directions, 5 elements. With these 5 elements, kind of like a generation and interaction 5 elements. Actually, the 2 5 elements related. That's why we call the 5 elements. But also, there's a very different point between each one. How does the different? We had to see and we had to make sense the first one. He2 these 5 elements come from 5 directions. The 5 directions actually come from 4 directions. The middle can be involved any direction. Like for example, you're standing here, that's your middle.
Right.
In the California, your middle. Middle is in the California because you're standing here. You see the east, the west, the south, north. New York is the east, right? The China is the west because you stay on the California. But if you stay in the New York is center. The here is the west. Maybe Europe is the east. So the center actually can be small, can be big. Center actually can change the 4 direction. The center, the 5 direction actually come from 4 direction. Center can be there, can be not. That's why Neijing said the spring. Spring is the center Earth. Spring is Earth doesn't occupy any season. Spring involved any season last 18 days. So that means when we talk about 4 season, no spring.
Right.
The summer match the hard, fall match the long, winter match the kidney water, and the liver match the liver. The spring match the liver. The word the spring, no spring. The word spring actually involved every season. Every season lasts 18 days. So that means this is the 5 elements. But these 5 elements use 4 direction and become to 5 direction. Based on 4 direction, become to 5 direction. This is I can call this is direction or the square 5 elements. But this one kind of the 5-star 5 elements. The next one just these 2 5 elements. What the relationship? What is related? The 2 5 elements. Actually, these 5 elements, the He2 5 elements, is the heaven 5 elements. These 5 elements is Earth 5 elements.
So what's the difference between heaven and earth in the 5 elements, Kevin?
Yeah, that's a very good question. How does between the heaven 5 elements and the Earth 5 elements? Generally, we know heaven is yang, Earth is yin.
Right.
So the 2 elements, 5 elements is yin-yang relationship. Second, actually in the Neijing yin-yang 印象大论素问 chapter 5, chapter 5, he said wind east generate wind, wind generate wood, and south generate heat, heat generate fire. Like north generate cold, cold generate water. Like west generate dry, dry generate the metal.
So in that statement right there, Kevin, there's 3 different things for each direction. What are those 3 different things? What's the relationship between the direction, the element, and cold, heat, wind? That's the qi.
Yeah. So these are 3 things. One is heaven direction.
Right.
5, right? One is 5 qi.
Right.
5 qi. One is 5 elements. There are 3 things. These 3 things in the inside they generate each one from the 5 direction, general 5 qi, and the general 5 elements.
Oh.
Right? Now how does generation, for example, is the general wind? Pretty common idea, right?
Right. It's a common idea. Yeah.
Why is the general dry?
Right.
California, why so dry? We nearby the ocean, why we still dry? Because we are west, on the west. Why is the general dry? So the west is the dry, and general dry because the direction generate the qi, 5 qi, 5 qi. The 5 qi generate 5 elements. For example, wind generate wood. Wood, how does wind generate wood? Because the wind, that's why they make the grass, wood start sprout or the ascend, growing this energy, right? Also, wind for the they can carry the pollen. That's why make the male, female the connection.
Right.
Wind also make the male, female animal to know the smell.
Right.
Each one.
And all those things happen in springtime.
Yeah. So that's why it's wind generate wood, also generate life actually.
Right.
The heat generate fire. For example, I know there's one example. One time there's a crystal stove. Crystal stove. When we go in, we just feel the very bad burning smell.
Oh.
What's happened because they hang out the crystal on the window, and the sunshine
Sunlight condensed into fire.
Into the paper on the fire. This is called the heat concentrated general fire.
Oh.
General fire, but the fire had to be supported by wood. So these 2 5 elements actually
Different.
One is yang,
Right.
governing generation. One is yin, this is shape, this is already formed shape. So heaven 5 elements generate earth 5 elements.
Right, and that's a yin-yang relationship.
Yeah, one is a generation, one is governing generation, one is the form shape. So this is also yin-yang relation, yin-yang relationship.
So Kevin, how does the 5 elements in the He2 apply to TCM practice?
Actually, we learn the He2 is not only just because this is classic culture that we learn, because this is a TCM. This is indicate the TCM basic philosophy and theory. For example, we know it's the 5 zang organs location. Middle jaw, spleen stomach in the middle jaw. Spleen stomach is not between the fire and the metal. Spleen stomach in the middle jaw. So body 5 zang organ, heart qi on top, kidney qi on the bottom, left side liver, right side lung. This energy, the arrangement actually just follow this He2, because he followed the He2 5 elements. Then because the He2 that is heaven qi generate, so his He2 this is the top of heaven qi how to move. The 5 zang organs, organ location is not like that. For example, liver on the right side, but the liver qi on the left side. What that means? That just means that because liver qi ascend from left side, and heart qi goes through the top, go to the lung qi and kidney qi. So that means the 5 zang organ, this qi movement, this idea come from He2. This idea is not come from these 5 elements. This 5 elements is Earth 5 elements.
Right.
That's primarily indicate this 5 things. How does the reaction generation enter from the 5 shape things? But this qi moving actually follow the He2 Also nature qi moving also follow He2. Sun rising from left side, descending to the right side. Is energy. The qi moving indicate He2. That is, so He2, these 5 elements also we call the prenatal, heaven 5 elements, the prenatal 5 elements. So it governs the qi movement. So it's not the shape condition. This is different.
So it's very important for the practice of TCM because the He2 is where we get the chi mechanism of the 5 elements.
That's true. That's right.
Okay, great. So next time we'll talk about generation and formation in the He2 river map. Thanks for tuning in.